Today I'm gonna interview my friend Rock, who played tennis with me for a long time. And our topic is focused on the sports in the time of COVID, but we're gonna focus more on tennis. Hello Rock, how are you?
Hi, I'm good, thank you.
How's the tennis been?
Yeah, not bad, but just I stopped playing for about 2 weeks because of the weather.
Yeah, it's pretty bad, huh?
Yeah.
And I want to ask you, what changes does COVID make to your tennis playing during the lockdown?
Yeah, there were a lot of changes, especially we couldn't play any tennis since lockdown because most of the tennis court was shut down. And when the tennis court reopened, we did have some kind of restrictions and rules, such as there are only two players allowed on one court for one time. Yeah. And before you enter the tennis court, you have to scan QR code with your app.
I know you followed a lot of tennis players on social media. And
Yeah, I do.
What things you found most interesting on the social media during the lockdown?
Yeah, there are some interesting things. For most of players, they stopped traveling around the world to play ATP tour during the lockdown period. They just stayed at home and practice at home. Some player even using a pen to practice. That was quite interesting. And unfortunately, players like Novak Djokovic and Andy Murray, they were tested positive. I know they also shared lots of positive things on the internet to encourage people to get through this pandemic.
Unfortunately, during this year, a lot of tournaments have been cancelled because
Yep.
of COVID, like Wimbledon.
Yep.
But like French Open, US Open, especially Australian Open, still keep going.
Yep.
And what things you find like between those tournaments? What most interesting you found?
Well, the main difference will be audience. I mean, crowd. For French Open and US Open last year, there were no audience at all. But Australia Open, that was for the first time since the COVID, we had some crowd audience in the stadium, which was quite impressive. We should appreciate to also Victoria government. I mean, they did a lot of things for this, happening.
Yeah, thanks for that, man. I hope everything goes back to normal very soon.
Of course.
Thank you, Rob.